What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Get this. Deontay Wilder to return as vacant WBC title opportunity opens up. Deontay Wilder will be back in action soon as a chance to regain the WBC Heavyweight Championship and appears over the horizon. The Bronze Bomber took 6 months off when losing to current ruler Tyson Fury for the second time last October. Rejuvenated, eager to get back into the mix, Wilder recently put forward by the retiring Fury to fight for his soon-to-be vacant strap. Quote, "I'd like to see Deontay Wilder fight whoever for it again," Fury told Beyond the Gloves after beating Dillian Whyte in London. "I do believe he's still the second best heavyweight in the world. I believe he knocks everybody else out but me." Hot on the wheels of Fury's words, World Boxing Council President Mauricio Sulaiman is set to welcome back his ex-title holder with open arms. He's taking it easy, and he's weighing up his plans for the future, Sulaiman said. He had a very busy reign as champion with 2 knockout losses to Fury. It's been difficult, but he's matured and doing very well. Deontay Wilder is having a good time with his life. He's enjoying life, but I'm sure he will be back. Let me counterpunch. First off, let's look at some of the rankings, okay? And as you guys can see, the rankings are as follows. We got Tyson Fury, okay, the champion, okay? Dillian Whyte was the interim champion, but what happened since he lost, okay, that belt pretty much dissolved itself, okay? Now, they could give a portion or that same version to Deontay Wilder since he's the reigning if he comes back, but I don't think they would need to do that because Deontay Wilder would be fighting for the belt that he once had, okay? So we're looking at the remainder on the WBC. And we got Deontay Wilder, coming in at number 1, Joe Joyce at number 2, Joseph Parker at number 3, Frank Sanchez at number 4, Andy Ruiz at number 5, number 6 is Arslanbek Malkmadov, number 7 is Luis Ortiz, number 8 is Philip Hrgovic, number 9 is Michael Hunter, and number 10 is Tony Yoka. Okay, so those are the WBC rankings. And I look at Deontay Wilder being a replacement and welcome back. He would be somewhat of a guy that probably won't be considered the WBC champion because Tyson Fury is a guy that, claims all the belts even though he no longer has it because he retired with being the unified heavyweight title holder, as you can remember when he upset Klitschko in Germany, right? Well, since he lost that belt, other people started fighting for them, including Anthony Joshua, and Joshua fought Klitschko for the vacant WBA Super World Championship strap, okay, on top of the IBF, on top of the WBO. So if Tyson Fury's letting Deontay Wilder do this, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think that Tyson Fury's setting himself up either for a 4th fight or to see what Deontay Wilder does with the fighters that he didn't fight, okay? Because what happens if he's vacant, Deontay Wilder fights. Now, Wilder could fight Joe Joyce, okay? So they could have the number 1 versus the number 2 if there's no champion is vacant. They could duke it out for that strap. But more than likely what's bound to happen, Wilder would probably be welcomed as the WBC champion because Mauricio Sulaiman would allow it. Obviously, he's been there. He knows the sanctioning fees. He knows Deontay Wilder real well. So whoever wins out of Joshua and Usyk, I think that would be the person that is set in motion to fight for the undisputed. So the undisputed won't even go to Tyson Fury. It would probably go to whoever Deontay Wilder ends up fighting when he becomes that vacant WBC heavyweight title champion. Okay, so it could go 2 ways, but I think the money talks. I think they're looking for the bigger, better fights. I don't think the WBC will take time to overlook a big opportunity with whoever that winner is. If it's Joshua, that's going to be just as big as a fight. If it's Usyk, it will be a big fight, but it won't be as big. I'm just keeping it a buck, because Usyk is a guy that will upset you. He's a guy that just gives you all types of angles. You know, based on what he does in the rematch, I think that's what is going to determine the future of heavyweight unification status. All right, so this is big news for Wilder. That's if he comes back. I mean, there's no guarantee that he will, but he will be in the best position that anybody has ever done or been with the WBC. Okay, so say it ain't so. I did, and I told you so. Deontay Wilder will be welcome back for that WBC heavyweight champion. I don't even know that they'll fight someone like the number 2, which is Joe Joyce. I'm not even sure. But one thing's for certain. If Wilder does move up, that means Joe Joyce moves up. If Joe Joyce moves up, that means he is or should be the interim heavyweight champion. Why? Because that's what Dillian White was. And he should be able to fight Deontay Wilder at some point for that strap. Now, they could get it all out the way and then use Joe Joyce as somewhat of a stepping stone or a comeback fight for Deontay Wilder, but I don't know, because Joe Joyce has a perceived reputation when it comes to having a good chin. But so did Dominic Breazeale, and he was still KO'd as well. First round KO, baby. So we'll see what happens with Deontay Wilder. You guys tell me what you think about Wilder being welcomed back for a WBC heavyweight title shot. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.